All right, well, let me explain what exactly you are about to see first. So you're going to pay attention to, the stuff you should and really understand what happened. Okay, today on December 5th, 2017, at the exact moment that I have published the news about how my mother went on a trip to Israel. Yeah, well, they took her to Lviv, to Ukraine. They took her to Budapest. They took her to Italy, and on more than one occasion also to Israel. I should say they took us. The idea was to impress, and my parents, they are, how the hell can I say, inconvincing to other stuff. These are just people that really didn't go any other place than here in Slovenia. This is a rural area. This is basically um, province, nothing big. The biggest city here is with about 300, 250,000 people. Ljubljana, that's it. It's a village. Where we live is about 30,000 people in this town. And so, when they got my parents into all this and these politicians they came, you see on the TV and stuff like that, yeah, they did compromise themselves on, stuff that nobody normal ever should. And during the trip to Israel, it really happened so that Netanyahu tried to impress other people. You know, he tried to impress the Scandinavians. He tried to impress people from here. That was not a difficult thing to do because all this happened because of the president, his current president, already his second term, self-elected Borut Pahor is what we are dealing with here. And he worked behind the curtain all along. He familiarized himself well with other politicians, I should say, with their agenda, and then he served them uh, according to their needs. Let's just put it this way. Okay, so, but he did, Netanyahu, yeah, he did impress many other politicians with lies, but that's how basically they have impressed one another, because all these politicians belong into the same club of criminals, liars, deceptors. And so in Israel, my father, as I already have stated, he was acknowledged as completely abnormal individual, lunatic. And in Israel, Netanyahu wanted to make an impression on my mom by separating him from her, and I understand that's how I was told. I don't really know what they have done to my father, but I think they have scared the shit out of him. They did terrorize him, even tortured him, I understand, for a short period of time. Try to re-educate him, or perhaps it was something completely different. I don't think I can take the word from Jews, from the scammers here, the neo-Nazis that went all along, and basically how it all started. And for my mom, they found somebody that have even sexually pleased her. This Jew later on stopped by in Miami in the store and have mouthed me about how my mom have give him a blowjob and stuff like this in Israel. So upon the return back to Slovenia, me in Israel, they tried to get me into, brainwash me with Jewish women, with faces of Jewish women. And they have insisted and insisted and insisted on Jewish beauty, which to me was totally unacceptable, repulsive, disgusting, because the whole thing was just forced. I'm not saying that some of them are not beautiful. This is not what I'm saying. It's just that I came from a totally different world. And to me, what it appeared to me, basically were women from here, European women, white women, and these people just, all of a sudden they try to, throw basically in my face faces with, you know, women with totally different facial characteristics, for whom they have claimed and insisted are going to be my wives. This is going to be your wife. This is how it's going to look like, and this and that. I did not even took them seriously, but you have seen what this have grown into when I went to Belarus. This is basically is total stalking, and if you have a white woman approaching you, what's going to happen is they'll come right there, right then, and give her the signals to go away from me, and the next thing you see again, that's how it was in Belarus. You're going to have, you know, Jewish woman stalking you, and beyond bizarre. Look, I just opened the account on the Badu. It's crazy, but this is the way it is. And you got to see this thing here. The doppelgangers of me, according to, it was this my entire life. I'm saying this because it was like this my entire life. They just insist and insist and insist and insist and insist on Jewish women that you don't really want, and they just insist and insist and insist that this is the way it's going to be, and it's going to be, and it's going to be. So I just want you to show this. I have opened yesterday, the day before yesterday, and I just really want you to see this, what it looks like when you open a new account on Tu or Badu. And I did video recorded, you know, this things before I did, but I never posted online. You know how my dating looked like. You know, my dating basically looked like this. Okay, this is the lady that stopped by, the only one that stopped by. And I want you to see this here. This is from Slovenia, a lady, actually. Look at this. It's not bad looking. It's really not bad looking, but this does resemble Jewish woman. I mean, you can we can be honest about it. It does. Okay. We can just be honest about it, and it does. This does not exactly resemble typical Slovenian woman. I'm going to tell you this way, okay? And if you look at here, it's doppelgangers. You're going to see that my doppelgangers, this is how I look like. And what you're going to see here, next here, you're going to see everything is going to be either from Israel or Dominican Republic. Half white, but heavily insisting on Israelis. I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't know if I look exactly like this, but you know, so if I do, you know, this is my picture here. I don't know. I did not release many other videos that that I still have to release. I have not released most of the stuff that I have to release, but I'm saying this Jewish obsession, this Netanyahu obsessed, how that I look like a Jew and this and that, and then you have these people stalking you around and doing that kind of show off and stuff like this. You're basically banned from employment, and you know, employment compensation and all that. They totally isolate you. You're 46 years old, and they play games like this after they have been like severely rejected. It's just a little too much. It goes way too far. Okay, and so today I did post the news about my mama, about like, you know, how this and that, and boy, as soon as I posted this news, the first thing that I heard was roar, 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 the chainsaw right here across the street. The neighbor, Vanakolens, he was involved all along in these abductions. And it's exactly this news that Borut Pahor, President Borut Pahor, have promised me he's going to get me out of the house. He's going to get me out of the house at all costs, and it's something I already have suggested in previous documentary, 6-hour long documentary. He wants me to write about my mama and about my father and about my neighbors because he wants to get me out of the house. This is the deal all along. Okay, why? Well, obviously, as I already have explained. Okay, he is trying to get me out so he can get me into another environment that is even more controlled than this one. All true, it would be very difficult to find one more controlled than this one, but sure they are. That would definitely destabilize me, and very probably would even end in abductions to overseas. Who knows what the fuck would happen in that case? They're waiting out there to, in line to get me out of this country, out of this house. So it's a desperate attempt that I have to talk about these neighbors. By the way, who, when we returned back from Israel, from that abduction, came to me in my face and told me how they disagree with, how they're disappointed with mom, this and that, but then this and that. And obviously they did find solution. Obviously they did came together and they all find together solution for their troubles, okay, for their dilemma, okay. And solution again is to get me the hell out of here. This is basically the solution, okay. So the neighbor that you're about to see, oh, the first thing I saw when I came this morning, when I came out, I saw that the guy involved in abductions is again here. This is supposedly a friend of my father. Okay, this dude, I have actually even recorded him, have another audio recording and stuff like this, again was here. Okay, and under the MK Ultra, he promised me with others that it will be sooner or later that abduction is going to take place, that he will be coming here back and forth and then I'm just going to disappear. So now that could be hyping, but in respect to my past, the dude was involved in abductions to Austria, Germany, and Italy. This is stuff I should not even be talking to you about like this, because I did mention it on the website. This is a stuff for the police. This is a classic case for the police that should be here and should investigate the situation. Now, they're not here because of the president we have, and things are not happening also because they alone were involved in it. So I don't really count on them. I don't really count on the police. I don't know how this is going to go, how this is going to develop. I plan on changing tactics and use Slovenian language more, participate in debates in Slovenian language more than I did, more than what probably will be in English. That's because simply English language didn't do anything for me other than one have created a lot of problems. The language ruined my life totally. And so since we have this individual as a president here in Slovenia, he also feared that. Borut Pahor told me that he's gonna, about his intention, about getting me out of here. He totally told me like this, tick, 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 what is gonna be like. And he mentioned, he said, at this point, you're no longer gonna be interested in English language. Obviously, I'm not, for obvious reasons. And so you're gonna start in Slovenian language, and that's when you're gonna become dangerous for me, and that's when you're gonna disappear. So, yeah. Obviously, I'm going to have to do that, and obviously, he's going to try to get me out of here. I should say neighbors, family, and so on are going to try to get me here, okay? So, the second thing, as soon as I posted the news, started round, like I have mentioned, right across the street. I go up there, I take the video of what's taking, get excited, I was like, I came down, I wrote a message, that they started to chop trees around the house and this and that. No, no, they did not. That tree already was cut years back. The neighbor cut that tree years back, and I've seen it with my own eyes how he cut one out and so on. And today, when I came up there, you're about to see, I could not even see people really cut trees. I could see them like this, bent down around that area where the tree was, but I could not see uh, I could not even video record people really, as this should be the case. Definitely, that's what it was. And as I came down from, that was from my mother's room, I hear more banging. Somebody started to bang, bang, bang. And so I go out again. I take another view of situation, and I catch my mom. Uh, she went after wood. After there was a pallet and a bunch of woods, wood stacked against the wall. Like, excuse me, I don't want to say that, but we use pallets here to heat the house. So what did she start to smash that? Oh, she did that. If you do that kind of stuff, you go behind the house. You don't do that right here in front of the house. That kind of stuff. So definitely was the message, and from neighbors and from her, they went completely off. Okay. What I want to say is these are pretty damn disgusting neighbors. Uh, I don't talk to them. I don't. No more. It's finished. It's finished now. I don't want to have anything to do with them. Um, I mind my own business, and I don't really want to have anything to do with them because they lied about me. I have heard the stuff that was written also in the reports that I have spoken to them and stuff, which I never ever did. And so what I do is I just stay away from them. I don't want to have anything to do with them. Borut Pahor, President Borut Pahor, is trying to get me out of here desperately. And so also the other day he sent me female for whom I understand this was his mistress, really? No, seriously, this shit is getting beyond ridiculous. And she would come here with another one. Well, that was actually a really nice lady. That's a really nice lady. Um, that's a totally different thing. That's a political option here in Slovenia that also knew about my abduction, this and that, but she is, I would acknowledge her is totally neutral and properly oriented, I would say. I would say she keeps that neutral stance and she is judging people based on not only what she have seen during MK Ultra when I'm not going to say I was totally disrespectful for everybody, because foremost, subjecting anyone to such a, not even animal practices is totally, definitely is inhumane. Okay, so whoever is subjected to a torture, he's got definitely the right to respond in any kind of way. Okay, so it was different for her when she met me, like in real person, than what it was when this idiot have subjected me with the neo-Nazis, with the fascists whom he have brought to Slovenia under MK Ultra. It was totally different, and so we became kind of friends. And so, but she brought with her the other day a mistress, ex-mistress from Borut Pahor, and as suggested by the Borut Pahor and her, she would actually be used to, you know, get me out of here under like, well, you know, they're gonna build a road right next to here, the highway. Yeah, that's what they say they will. 50 meters from here, even less, there's supposed to be a highway. I already have mentioned that on my news site also times. I don't think that's going to happen because I will definitely protest against that. It's nothing more really than retaliation from Brussels. It's not supposed to go here, really supposed to go further down and then around the city and so on. Okay, and so it's almost like a good gesture from Borut Pahor. You know, what we're gonna do is for your safety, you know, for your sake, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you, you know, to this lady, and this is like a safe village, and you know they're gonna take care of you there and so on and stuff like that. Well, you know, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with any stuff like this. You know, I don't actually plan on if I want to meet a lady, female, I do meet her because, you know, simply because I need female companion, and even more, you know, everything is possible. I need family. I definitely need family. I'm almost 46 now. I need family big time. I definitely do. But you see, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Um, I'm not here to beg, you know, to save me, cause I'm deprived of the court. I'm deprived of the justice. I'm deprived of the system. I am isolated, and I'm not going to allow some kind of a low scumbag criminal politician who is depriving me, actually who have deprived me of all this, ruined my life, and is depriving me, that he's going to use my circumstances to basically extort me, blackmail me even more. I'm not going to go and give him the chance to place me in a situation in which he's going to be capable to manipulate me even more. That would be just fucking stupid, excuse me. So any kind of stuff like this does not come in consideration. If I'm going to be thrown out of this house, I'm going to camp in the middle of this town here. It's going to be fucking hilarious because you know what? I'm going to go and start beg people for the money. And I'm going to tell the people this is what the fuck is going on. This is what the president in Ljubljana is doing to me, have done to me. And now what I do is I'm going to do this. Okay? If this is how it is, if they want to play like this, and then, you know what, then we're going to do it this way. But under no circumstances am I going to allow that somebody is going to be making some kind of decisions. By the way, my mom and dad, if this would be like a real system, like legitimate state, they should pack them up already long time ago. They should come and just say, this way please, in an ambulance and to the hospital like they have done to me. So I don't know if this is going to be the case, most likely not, but I'm just saying that it's not going to be the case that, you know, I'm going to go and just move to some kind of female and become dependent on her because some fucking politician like this that ruined my life and is doing this shit to me would want this way. It's just not going to happen, okay? That's all I wanted to say. Again, I'm going to let you to see the video now. You can go and see the video and see what's happening here. That's exactly what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. I'm sure you can hear the stuff outside. Basically, the neighbors, they start to cut something over there with the saw chain. Exactly as I was told that we would do under the MK Ultra, and I really want you to see this shit. They go fucking mad now, eh? Look at this shit. They watch over there, it's a bunch of them. Let them have joy. Basically, what I was told at MK Ultra, that if I'm going to publish about my mother and about the Israelis and the stuff the neighbors have done to me, they're going to go berserk. I'm going to be abducted. We're going to start to cut in front of your house trees and do the shit. Well, it's happening. It's just that they got no place to go. It basically looks like everybody wants to cut all of a sudden everything after I have published the news about my mama, about the Netanyahu, about the Israel. It looks like everybody's going just completely insane. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what kind of news I'm talking about. This is the news I'm talking about. You're not going to be allowed to publish any of this news, is basically what I was told. You're not going to be allowed to publish any of it. You're going to fuck us all. You're going to fuck us. You're going to destroy us all if you're going to do this. You know, and it's going to be this, it's going to be that. Well, this is the news I'm mainly talking about. This is basically what I'm referring to. Disgusting that you have neighbors like this that know about this stuff like that, and the only thing they were able to perform for you was really to screw you. Well, this news was published just a few minutes ago, and as the neighbor watched this, the village was Slovenia does, hundreds of thousands of people watch this. They go fucking nuts, because you know why? You know what this means for them? This means for them they're gonna go to Israel. They will be running from here like cockroaches. So they're not happy about it. I wouldn't be happy about it either. This individual here is still here, and this is the opportunity. His name is Jože Dulc. I'm going to pay. I will use to pay him for his favors in return. Well, here's basically what I have to say to Borut Pahor, and here I'm gonna play you. Sorry, because for English speakers, I can't afford myself translation right now. I have too much stuff to do. But basically, I'm gonna play you, for Slovenian speakers, audio of President Pahor's mistress, who came here to lobby for him to get me out of here and so on. What else I was gonna say in respect to this? Well, the only way that that we are going to resolve this is by basically obtaining financial assistance from Slovenian state that was denied to me since 2006. I'm going to also accept some reimbursements for basically the money I was deprived of, employment and everything. We're going to take this matter to the court, and then we're going to start to arrange these things through the legal system. This is how these things get arranged. No other way, however, is acceptable. Will not agree to any other way. The normal way, the way the civilized people do in a civilized societies. And under no circumstances am I going to agree to some kind of ethnic cleansing, genocide, as per my being born here in Slovenia, and I'm going to be ethnically cleansed here. on behalf of Germans, on behalf of Italians, on behalf of Israel, via some kind of a president, Borut Pahor. That stuff is like totally unacceptable to me. Okay, so anything like this is just not gonna work. I'm gonna make my own decisions for with whom I'm gonna get married and who I'm gonna live with, how I'm gonna live, how I'm gonna arrange my life. You know, this kind of decisions pertain to adult people. The adult people have the right to make those kind of decisions, and I'm not going to allow anybody to, any politician to breach his, not I'm going to only say authorities, but you know, to misuse his position to advance somebody else's agenda, you know, against me and you know, or for that matter, any other citizen here in Slovenia, as the case is. This is just not going to happen. So now, if you do want to get me out of here, if you are going to go, let's say as far as you did in when I was 23 years old, when you have blacklisted me with employment in Slovenia, and I didn't have any choice other than to go from here at 23 years old, and I did to US. If you're going to repeat the same thing like you did, you know, in 2008, when you sent here social workers, psychiatrists to threaten me with either leaving Slovenia or to have me hospitalized, if you are going to repeat the same thing like you did this year, on February the 14th of 2017, when I was actually forced to run to Hungary for life, please know that this time actually you're gonna have to get a police force to get me out of this residence. I am not gonna be running from Slovenia anymore because of some crazy lunatic, and I'm talking definitely about you, Borut Pahor, because of some Israeli president or because of some American Trump, you know, Italian Berlusconi or neo-Nazi Berlin over there, Merkel or something like that, maybe Macron. I'm not going to be doing that. You don't have any right to perform, I should say, continue to perform the stuff you did on me. Okay, so when you're ready, when you want to get me out of here, you're going to send me a police, and they're going to get me physically removed from this residence. That's how actually you're going to get me out of here. But under no other circumstances will I ever agree to go from here at your request, just because of whatever you have to say. There is enough proof for the social services, for the government to act on my behalf, and there is absolutely no proof that would give you authority, any legal grounds to act against me at this point. Okay, so when you're ready, you make, it's your call, you make your, you know, decision, your call. Okay, we're gonna act like this, and from now on it's gonna be a lot in Slovenian language, so it's gonna get probably a little bit tough for you.
Dobar dan. Zdaj se mi pa še kolegica pripeljala. Ne vem, katera je bolj lušna. Je bilo vse iz trupata, je. Je slabo, je. Jaz bi se kar zaobirek dol, kaj pravko. Ne! Hvala, še stavka. Kaj si mi prišel čerstvo dati?
Malo tega, malo jogurta, malo tega.
En servis, kupo zdaj.
Fajno,
Dobro je. Kolegica je tako lušna, da jaz se zdaj. Moram nekaj kupiti.
Ne hočete, da pridemo in se kupiti, ne?
Čokrata, ki jo pogleda, čokrata laken. Čokrata na to.
On je čudno, da vam doma same lak ne mošti. Doma mi jih nekaj.
O, zdaj. Zdaj me bo prizadela.
Zdaj me bo šokirala. Ampak zdaj me šokirala, ne? Moje so ti lajki. No, No, pomoža, ne?
Ja. No, ampak, lejte, prtljažnik je zmeraj poln sera.
Ja, da je res, ne? Ja, se to koristimo, ja. Tako da, nisem mislila nič tako, narodno sem povedala.
Ne, vi niste nič narobe povedala, niste čisto prav ste povedala.
Ja, tako si povedala, da si dali razumeti.
Ne, lejte, jaz sem bil tisti, ki bil narobe. Vi ste naredila prav.
Ni narobe vprašanje, ti povemo.
Kako?
Ni narobe vprašanje.
Ne, narobe pa ni vprašanje, tu pa tudi ni narobe vprašanje.
Ja, ampak na moj kam.
Provat ni narobe s tem.
Provat ni gre?
Ja, provat ni gre. Ne provat pa je gre.
Je pa neumno.
Ja, nikoli ne veš. A ni res?
Si zamudil. Moji so doma so vsi suhi. Zmeri lači, to je stvarno.
Pomeni dobro delajo.
Je dobro kuhar, ne?
Držite v formi.
Ja, dobrega kuhar sem slanski bil.
Ja.
Ja, dobro.
Onga samo ja. Ne, ja. No, koliko da stane?
Dalje mi je 4 evre.
Dobro, grem skrbno.
Ja. Ja, da smo se malo razširili, da smo se rosla, da mi je zašlo. Ja, krno, mislim.
Gre? Promet?
Ja.
Pa super je, če se dve, ne?
A ne da?
Je odlično, ne?
Tam da nam naslednji šli. Ja, ne plača.
Okej.
Ne plača, talo sprej.
Skupaj se delate?
Ne, slučajno, znaš, slučajno je skupaj.
Znam se, da ona pa prodaja, ne? Če bi dejal, da bi prodala, mislim.
A ne vem, samo?
Kaj bi se prodala?
Ja, samo da je prodala.
Samo dobro stvari. Ja, odkrijem, da ne. A res skupaj delate, ko sem kolegica? Skule skupaj, ne?
Ja, nekaj smo šli še na bavčku. Ker doma nimamo še. Ja, tako. Ja, bolj tako, ja. Gleda. Prijetno skoristim.
Pa malo greste okoli skupaj pogledate, malo pogledate.
Ali vidimo, kje so fajn.
Raziskujete, ne? Raziskujete malo, ko greste.
Tole vas jaz že skozi gledala, tam je odkrta sem. Zmeraj se skole povič tam vina sem, tam je krta, ne? Tam nekaj krta.
Ja.
In če nekaj gremo pogledati, in kar nekaj krta. Kaj tle je, ne? Zato sem tle zavila.
Še drugo, ti kar daleč. Ja,
Tale
vas je uredil, lepo vas.
Tako je rekel, da se nekaj vodnice, ne?
Jaz mislim, da ne bo. Mislim, da se ne bo zgodilo. Ne bo zgodilo, vam garantiram, da se ne bo zgodilo. Da bom naredil nekaj več s tem.
Aha, na inicijativo, da te malo...
Eno tako inicijativo.
Ja.
Tukaj ne bo obvoznice, obvoznice mora biti na novem. Ampak, če se gledate, recimo, obvoznice še čez, vi morate razumeti, da bolj verjetno, ko ne, bo tukaj bilo pozidano. Slej tu prej. In ko se bo razširilo čez, da so že avtomobili, vete, kako se to vozi. Obvoznica, tako kot za vsako mesto, večje mesto, mora biti okoli mesta. Ne, mislim, dejansko je še. Iz mesta in nisem tega. Večni tega napisali nekaj. Večni bil to Ameriki, tega videl nisem. Nobeno evropsko mesto nima obvoznic, ki ga je čez. center mesta.
Ja, mi smo malo zasedali, ne? V Sloveniji. Ja, pa to je še mesto, ne, v bistvu. Čeprav je živač, ampak je še skoraj del mesta.
Koliko je bilo tam za srednjo enih, da si tukaj ni zebra?
Kako to recimo, da ni recimo cesta, recimo naravnost do recimo Mokronoga, ali pa recimo tale, ki se gre čez, v Posavje, pa to. To so take stvari, ki so res potrebne. Recimo,
Ja, pa nekje je tam
To je res potrebno. Krajinci potrebujejo tlele, definitivno potrebujejo presek čez Gorjance. Ker oni dajo, če je nehumano. To ljudje pazi. Veste, čez Gorjance, da pride tele na delo, recimo, dnevno. Dokler kot recimo vime. To je živalsko, to ni človeško. Druga stvar je ta, da bolj, ko so odrezani, bolj je Bela krajina strana Slovenije. To je sve druga stvar. To mora biti povezano, to tako ne more biti. Ampak, oni so imeli plan narediti tole os. Obvoznico bi bilo pravilno, da se imenuje, ne os. Tale pri Mečkovcu, zadnji za Mečkovcem, ki je Polinova gostilna. In bi šele počet. In tisto bi pa naredilo pa večje, ne? Območje, ker to bo vse pozidano. To je zdaj takole momentalno, če je večje tole, če je večje tole, da se da se vedo, kaj bo, to bo vse delo. To je mesto, ki ima reko, to je mesto, ki je med Zagrebom in Ljubljano in to se bo razvilo. In to se mora razviti. Pač tako je, lejte, jaz tega ne bi malo, ampak ne bi malo, meni ni všeč tako. Meni ni všeč veliko mesto, meni ni všeč manjše mesto, stran od velikega mesta, ne maram velikega mesta, ampak se bo razvilo. Če mi hočemo, nočemo, se bo razvilo. Tole graditi, dejansko zaradi neveja, ki je bil namen, ki so tu oni objasnili, in pa bi tudi kar čez, tam zravni neveja, pa kar tam čez tisti, ki je bi presekali skozi v tunel, mislim, v pogranče in tako naprej in tam čez, mislim, to bi bilo skrajno noro. Tam je žal gotna vas, pa kaj bi tam kar hiše, mislim, da ne. Mislim, ne vem. Tlale tole, recimo, ko gledaš tlele, recimo, pogledaš, tam si sliši. Narava, je še nekaj narave, bomo tlele v tem delu mesta, je še nekaj narave. Če bo vse bilo, bo tako je vse tako let, če bi do tega počulo, recimo. Vse tu zad, tam se vidi Gorjance, vidite, tam kaj je tisto. Tam kaj je tisto gost, ne? Tam nekaj je, ne? Zadaj tam je tako lepo, se vidi Gorjance, vse se vidi. Tisto, enkrat, recimo, da bi tam cesta, da očes, tu bojo drvelo čez, ne predstavljivo. To bi bilo vse narediti, da štejte, ni nobeno dovolite, da se vse graditi, dejansko, tu je več vas, tu je ulica, kaj se imenuje. Tu se imenuje ulica, kaj se imenuje, da je ne ulica, kaj se imenuje. Tako da, ne vemo, vse ne mislim, te ideje, da bo se napravili, denar pa se haje.
Da je ravno stavno, ja?
Ja, tam je konec novega. Tam je tudi konec novega mesta. Ko bi tle prišli, je bil pa tle čist drujen. Potek je to razklar pa tle postavil, se je kregal Celovac, tako je bil Makedan, Palkan je bil, se mora ljubiti znar, zbirati v asfalt, in naprej, telefon tako take borbe. To je kje vsegradski ki je zdaj. Čeprav ta cesta je treba žale. Ampak, če se bo tu zalisalo, pa bomo slala še večji promet. To je ena stvar. Tako da, jaz bi rekel, da tam na koncu vsi je treba cesta zapreti. Da, to bo pomeni, da tu se bo popravilo, da se bo razširilo pa do tisti, ki se bo vse gradilo. Zdaj je bilo, kar se je ne, za tako, ko sem jaz, za tako, ko nima radi mesa, recimo, ne, je kakšen Skraj tu po kronah, recimo. A prihajajo to. Ampak tam nimate reke. Tam je Drnovšek naredil svoj zadnji protest z Romi, a ni?
Ja, to je Borut. Ja.
A kaj je bil pa, a ni to sam Borut? Še malo daleč?
Je kraj.
Da bi pa jaz kar tako šel, pa da bi jaz kar, recimo, nekaj šel. Ja. Pa nisem prav. Jaz mislim, da je tako je prav. Jaz mislim, da je prav, ker ja. Ne, ti tudi narobe razlaga. Resnica je pa ta, da v povprečju Američani dobijo, to se imenuje foreclosure, 4-5 življenja, ki se dobijo za te račune in so prisiljeni se preseliti v drugo lokacijo. Obstaja social engineering, ki se tudi tukaj uveljavlja, ampak ta se uporablja tudi v ljudi cilj, da se preselijo na drugo lokacijo, da ne dovoli dobiti dela, recimo v lokalnem območju, ampak jih priseljujejo, da vzamejo dela, kjer pač politikom odgovarja, da se ta določena oseba glede na raso, etniciteto, da se tam predseli. Amerika je fašizem, grda je, ki se je na kult, nekaj tako grdo, kar je Amerika na svetu. Jaz sem bil v Miami, bil sem v Chicago, bil sem v Minnesoti, v Minneapolisu, bil sem v Seattlu, videl sem pa tudi v Ameriki, bil sem v Los Angeles, v New York, tako sem važil na milijon. Tako da sem čist celotna Amerika videl, kako izgleda. In Texas, in Buffalo, in San Antonio, in Houston, in Liga v Ameriki, ko jaz nisem videl, kako je in kaj je vse in čem. Da bi bilo vse tukaj. Vlaški videl. Tako sem se odločil in jaz sem rekel takole, vidim, da je polni ljudi, ki hoče nekaj kolaborira, polni Italijani, Nemci, pa Američani, tako jaz vidim, kar lahko rečem je, če hočete me napisati, tako zgleda, tako jaz na meji zapelem in jim ne dam paška in denarjem in mi naj grejo tam, kjer jih imajo radi. Tam jih imajo radi in tam naj grejo, ne? Da bojo pa tukaj, da bojo tele napisati celo trkalaj, pa da bojo te ljudje tukaj najebali, da bojo oni prezdelali. Zdajte, Italija, vam bom jaz povedal, jaz sem bil 2000 leta, 2009, sem bil v Silah, sem je ena firma, 3 ljudi se menuje, pa druga je pa zatale in te rešitve delujejo, pa to. Jaz sem se zadelal, da sem sred Italijanov, Italijanov in loši ljudje, lepo ljudje, ne to je recimo sever Italije, srečal sem in tam že dal, ker se gre Brescia, pa dal tisti kraj, Toskanja, pa tu, in sem mi vse povedal, kako je. Vse so mi povedal, se rekel, gospod, lejte, se rekel, Italija je tisti berserk, ne bom se ga besedil, ampak se rekel, lejte, za nas dela ni, in veste kaj, to so tako ljudje, ko bi, ko jaz, ne so plave učke, bili so ta pravi Italijani, bili so res ta pravi Italijani, bolj ta pravi ne biti, res ta pravi Italijani, kako izgledali, niso ta pravi Italijani. In veste kaj, ne so vse, joga so prišli, da bolj nisem mogel. Dela doma ni bilo, stanovanje sem bilo po 500 200 evrov, če znali dela, nisem mogli dobiti, nisem mogli izplatiti. In ne da bi se družino ustvarili, ampak so bili prisiljeni in so prisiljeni, in veste, da druge sezone vojne so bili gaste plačali 4 evrozi. Veste, kot je v Nemčiji, ki so se gledali, kako to. So rekli, veste, tu je tako življenje kot za psa. So rekli, tu je, mi tudi avtomobilov imamo, mi se vožimo z autobusi, pa z vlaki. Zdaj pa, če za njih ne vera v Italiji, pa mislim, da bo zavrti. Da prva stvar, ko bo naredili tukaj, bo je pripravili Italijane, vaš to ven, je tukaj. To je ta prva stvar, ko se naredi. Zato bomo mi spustili neke take fore, cigarije, neke norosti, pensionarije, ki tudi papajo za kuhov, kar gre. On je bil tist, ki je tudi stranje naredil. In Putin. Putin je hotel prodati Slovenijo za Ukrajino. On je obljubil Italijanom, da se bo Berlusconiju, da se bo Slovenijo dalo za Ukrajino. V Ukrajini je pa 50% območja, ki je v Rusiji, ki se govori ruske. In Rusi so diskriminirani, zaradi tega, ker v Ukrajini je spet nacizem, gor pa tudi v Nemčiji, in lice v baltskih državah, in jim je izjemno težko, da mu tega tukaj ne bo prodal noben. Če hoče on... Ne, jaz sem časopis svoj, internetni, in pisam te stvari, in vem te stvari, pa je zelo, ne vem, da se skupaj zelo. Zakaj se posebej stvari šlo. In, lejte, tele volitve, ki so bile to zadnje, ni res to, kar se zgodilo. Ni res, da je samo 45, ne vem, 43 ljudi šlo voliti. To je laž. To je laž. Ne, veliko več jih je šlo voliti. Veliko več jih je šlo voliti, ampak so hoteli narediti tako, da bi izgledalo te volitve kot volitve, kjer se ljudstvo ni udeležilo, tam bi pa vrat odprli v Italiji, da bi Italijani noter prišli. Zato se je šlo po celi stvari. Jaz sem se sploh tudi objavil. Zato se je šlo po celi stvari. Volitve so bile, ljudje so šli voliti. Jaz nisem šel.
To za predsednika.
Za predsednika Slovenije. In tu bi pa tako zgledalo, češ, ja, no, veste, ljudje niso šli voliti in potem je to ratalo. Ne, ni tako. Ni tako.
Zanimivo.
Tukaj ne bo nobeden tako. Ja, zanimivo.
Mi moramo samo doma. Ja, nažalost.
Kar kaj se dela, pa še nekaj se...
Čez en teden, ne?
Še denar mi prinese pa še sfer. Adijo.
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 Oh, well, this is almost still the same day. It's the 6th and I'm working late night to get my projects complete. Just want to say that the entire project about my mama was then completed. The video, that's 52 minutes. I still have to do the comment and explanation in English is how I'm gonna do it. But in Slovenian language, people can see what kind of mom I have. Basically, this stuff was just recorded during the last 5 months. Nothing what I have gone through throughout my life, really my entire life. And this mama went way too far. Okay, so I did this stuff, and it's gonna be more stuff that I plan on doing today, but you know, just this much for today. Thanks for watching this video, and till next time.